getting an elbow into these sort of spots. It's sort of, not everyone can handle it. So, but you can just see Simon's just like it's nothing. Walk in the park, water off a duck's back.
It's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, dancing with your sister. There's certain people out there that just really need that 100% kind of thing to make the changes or to kind of keep their body going. So I think that's one of the things with Simon. He's really resonates with this kind of work and has kept on coming. G'day guys, Ninja here. Got my special guest today, Simon. He's been a long-term customer of ours. How long have you been coming in for, man?
I reckon it's been about 10 years.
Yeah. So Simon is renowned around this clinic. He's tried just about every practitioner here. No one can cut the mustard with him. No one is strong enough except for the Ninja to get in. So he doesn't flinch. 100% on him, he just doesn't even feel it on certain places in your body, isn't that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so I want to just do a bit of a neck and shoulder treatment on you, and then we're going to, later on in the little treatment, we'll get him 100% into his shoulder blades. I'll get the whole body into it, and we'll see if we can make him flinch. But for the moment, we're just going to have a bit of a chat and talk about your tats, I think, for a start. What do you think about that? This bloke, he just went into the tattoo shop, said, fucking do whatever you want on me. I'm a blank canvas, just do whatever. Is that true?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, about a year ago I had 0 tattoos, so like 9 out of 10 years you know me, 0 tats, and then a year ago I got my chest and my arm done, and then 3 or 4 months ago got my back done. So.
Yeah, show us your back.
Yeah.
So what's this back mean, man? Or the arm? You can tell us about what all these tattoos mean or what they are.
Yeah, so I mean, they don't really mean much to me, it's just art, but what they are is, on the back, I think, honestly, I can't even really remember what the guy said. I think it's like some sort of like god of wisdom, like a daitoku in the middle. And then I think on like the left or the right, there's like a wind god and like a thunder god. That's the back, yeah. And there's a dragon as well.
Yeah. A dragon?
Yeah, coming up my ass. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's pretty much finished. We'll go jump in for a touch up on the back when I get back from Europe. So.
Yeah. So you're going to be backpacking around Europe. So yeah, you see a bloke with a backpack on, Simon, make sure you come up and say hello and take him out for a drink or something. Hook up on Tinder, There's an options there, So yeah, he'll be the bloke with a backpack, just look out for him. I know Europe's a little place, so you're probably going to bump into him.
Do you have many viewers in Europe?
Yeah.
I think our European audience is starting to grow. It has been American, but yeah, just from our online course, we've been doing interviews of late. We've had got some people from Scotland, Ireland, and now England as well. So yeah, look like they're going to sign up. I think a couple of them have already. So yeah, so it must mean the algorithm is starting to push into Europe a bit more, where I think it's all been American. A girl yesterday said she was in, where was she? America, I think, was Mondragon's videos come up, the chiropractor, she's big, and said after she'd been watching a couple of her videos, ours come up. And then, since then she's sort of got hooked on our videos and our style and I suppose our personalities, and she felt like we were famous or something and stuff like that, which sort of freaks Aaron and myself out. We kind of are just normal blokes, so we think that's interesting anyway for us to feel like people are fans of ours. So yeah, anyway, it's kind of good as well. So, and what else? Tell us about you. You kind of you told me something I'd forgotten. You probably told me 10 years ago, but you used to be a podiatrist or did the schooling for podiatry.
Yeah, no, I got a Bachelor of Health Sciences, but it was about, finished in 2014, so it's almost 10 years ago. Yeah. So I've forgotten probably most of it. But no, I actually didn't complete the entire master's component so I could practice, but I effectively got a 3-year podiatry degree. Yeah. Such a long time ago, yeah. I
did a bit of work on your foot this morning, and the toe was pointing in a bit from all the pointy toe shoes. So we kind of had a chat and reminded me that you had done some podiatry stuff. But now you've got a new master's. You just got it today, actually. What's that in, man?
Masters of Accounting, actually. Yeah. So I completely switched direction. just thought the podiatry thing really wasn't for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since I've known you, I've kind of been interested in the way, because when I first met you, you were more an entrepreneur. You know, you were trying to get into Airbnb kind of stuff and rent out places. And can you tell me about that? What was going on in those days, man? Like, you had quite a few going at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, so I was in the last year of my podiatry degree, and just, probably like me being young and immature at the time, couldn't get along with the people there, so they failed me on my last placement. So I actually completed everything, right? They failed me on the last bit, and then at the same time I started this Airbnb business. And for a 23-year-old kid, I was making some decent cash. Maybe some months I'd make 10, 12 grand. And I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to work in podiatry. So I just took an early exit, got the Bachelor of Health Sciences, and that was my main income for maybe 3 or 4 years, and that was sort of when I met you. Yeah. So that's still going. It's still a bit of but it's more of a side gig now to my my day job in banking.
Yeah. So you're trying to climb the corporate ladder.
Just trying to climb the corporate ladder, corporate slave. But it's actually pretty good. It's actually look after me pretty well.
Yeah, you kind of pretty free, I should say.
I've got a good amount of flexibility.
Yeah, as long as you get the work done. You do your 5 hours for the week.
little bit more.
It takes you more than 5 hours, like 10 hours maybe, to do a 40-hour job.
I'm quite efficient.
Yeah, that's the way. I think there's a quote from Bill Gates or something. He said you find the lazy people in tech because they find the shortcuts. So they're the innovators and things like that. So being lazy doesn't necessarily mean bad, negative. A lot of people would kind of have that connotation. But sometimes you can be more efficient or smarter. You find better ways, more efficient ways to do work, and so that can be a different perspective on things, can't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you got more time to be you. So I know that you love you're socialising, having lunches and different things like that. And the other thing about you're a power lifter. Yeah, so you're kind of been in that for a long time, 15 years or so. Is that right?
Yeah, so competitive from 2008, so age 18 to 2013, when I was 23, which is the last time I competed. I was going well at the time. I mean, the sport was a lot less popular back then. So, I did come second at the Nationals 09 and 10, but the sport's way more popular now. So right now, if I competed now, I'd probably be maybe 20th in the country, maybe 30th in my weight class. Whereas back then, there just wasn't that many people doing it. But no, it was good fun.
So tell us what weight class and then what weights you lifted.
So the best lifts I've done were 82.5 kilo weight class, equipped with with a squat suit, bench shirt, all that, knee wraps, all that. I think I had a 255 kilo squat, 150 kilo bench, and 270 kilo deadlift. And I've competed raw as well, 83 kilo class. I got a 207.5 kilo squat, 125 kilo bench, and a 240 deadlift. So I'm sort of haven't competed since 2013, but I've always kept in shape. I'm sort of always in the position where if I increase the calories a little bit and train hard for 6 months, I could probably get back there. But just sort of focusing more on just staying healthy, staying leaner, staying injury free, that sort of thing these days.
So that's been a big correlation between Simon and myself. I'm not really pushing super hard anymore to get PBs, but I really do my deadlift, squats, bench now. I've started doing bench last 6 months for health. So but some of the weights that Simon's doing for 6 reps and stuff, you want to do 200 deads for 6, cut 2 or 3 sets of that.
It'd be good to get
phenomenal.
That. Before I go to Europe, that's sort of what I'm planning to finish on with my deadlifts.
So I did 160 kilos for 2 reps a couple of nights ago, and I was pretty happy with that. I felt like I turned back the clock, and but that I felt really strong and good, and hopefully I'm going to lift some 1-reppers next week, a lot.
Not
170,
bad, not
180
bad for a skinny old man.
Yeah, skinny old 50-year-old. So yeah, but it is really one of those sports where you've got to be fully present, and no one can lift that bar for you. So once you're under that bar, it's a scary place, you know, especially with a squat or a bench. You know, like you got to lift that. You got to do some work to actually, you know, save your life in a way, haven't you? You got to stand up in a squat and in a dead, and push that bar away from you in a bench. So yeah, it's cool. And you used to be a bit of a sprinter too.
Yeah,
with our old mate Robbie.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so my sprint coach introduced us. I wasn't a very good sprinter though. I trained for 3 or 4 years pretty hard, and I improved a lot, but I was still getting outrun by this mate of ours who is at some points maybe like 96 kilos, big beard, big gut, and he could run a 10.99 at that stage. As a almost 40, I think he was.
Lots of white fibers.
Yeah,
Robbie.
Just like just the genetics. I don't know. So our training sessions. I would have this fat old guy 5 to 15 meters behind me, and then the timer would go off and he'd run me down.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty demoralizing.
Being chased by a fat guy for 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of one of those lessons I got like well over 20 years ago, and that's when I really changed my training as well. Like I like this little saying, the body's an instrument, not an ornament, because I was lining up in sprints in the pros, and I kind of was getting my ass absolutely kicked, and I was overtraining. I looked like a bodybuilder, like I was looking at $1 million, and then there was skinny guys, fat guys kicking my ass.
Yeah.
And then one comment from somebody who's watching me train says, "You look like a draft horse. You're fucking heavy as fuck. You're slow as fuck." So I was like, I still remember that. It's like 25 years ago someone said that to me, and then I started training a lot more specifically, and for speed and for acceleration and less bodybuilding, a lot, and I improved out of sight. So I've kind of kept that kind of mantra or whatever, the body's instrument, not an ornament, and you've got to train specific and and kind of honor the energy system. So like when you're training really heavy or really fast, it takes a week a lot of times to recover from sessions. So you've got to honor that. If you want to train 100% or perform 100% in these power things or speed things, you've got to train that way as well. So you're doing bodybuilding or endurance or things that aren't specific to the performance you want to get, you're not going to get the results. So yeah, once I changed it up, and ate better and all those different other things as well, my performance really got better. So yeah, that's it, isn't it? So anyway, so that's probably chat and done. Let's fucking do 100%. Jump on the table, brother. So let's face Leo for me, and let's see if I can make this bloke flinch. So I've already done a bit of work on you already this morning. Just show you, for instance, like a lot of people, I do thumbs in this kind of area, but with Simon, I crack in just straight up with the elbows a lot of times, and just get into all these tendons in here. So you can kind of just see, not many people can kind of handle that kind of pressure, just right on these tendons here that are, inside the scapula. So you can kind of really pin them, and these ones sort of, for most people, they just sort of shoot pain right up into people's heads, and just really sort of sensitive. So getting an elbow into these sort of spots, it's sort of, not everyone can handle it. So, but you can just see Simon's just like it's nothing. Walk in the park, water off a duck's back.
It's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, dancing with your sister. There's nothing in it. So yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I can still feel the pressure, but yeah, it's comfortable though.
Yeah, so I can push off walls. I can just drive all my body weight in, and there's still just nothing like that. So yeah, he's super comfortable. So I can I've done like work up into the neck and everything just with elbows and So it's like a thing, it's a little bit demoralising. You kind of, as a deep tissue worker, you kind of pride yourself in being able to get in, but yes, Simon sort of taught me, got me stronger. There's been a few people that just really want the really deep stuff. But yeah, like it really makes you better because you need to be putting all this pressure in, but you need to still have detail, be able to feel when the tendons are coming up or when you're on the spine and things like that, and just what the body actually needs. And so when you kind of come back to work on somebody that's a bit more normal, your skills are more honed in because you don't need to put that much force in, and then you can still really feel all of the different subtleties of the body and then deliver exactly what it needs. But there's certain people out there that just really need that 100% kind of thing to make the changes or to kind of keep their body going. So I think that's one of the things with Simon. He's really resonates with this kind of work and has kept on coming regularly over the years. And now at the moment he's coming every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And even he just books in a regular session, and just doesn't matter if just always something you can work on, and it's this is kind of maintenance for Simon, whereas somebody else, this would be full on trying to fix something to really get them out of a cycle of pain or trauma or whatever is going on in their body. So can you see I'm just pushing in as hard as I can, right in next to the spine there. Those tendons are coming off. How you going? You good?
Yeah, pretty good. Maybe you go a little bit harder.
Fuck off. Alright, let's have a go. How's that?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Alright. There you go. So I'm getting a good workout too. My planking, my side planking is really good. I can really feel all this sort of stuff switched on, and just really whole body has to be really strong. And maybe my D-hangs I'm doing with Leo, our cameraman, is paying off. Getting a lot better with that as well. Grip strength is an important part of life, get a grip on life. So hanging off the bar, it's another challenge that I've been trying to get better at, because it does hurt a lot when you haven't been hanging off bars since you're a kid or whatever. You kind of just feel really rude through your armpits and different spots in your shoulder. You might have niggles and stuff, and just the mental strength to, you can physically hang on a lot of times, but the brain is just saying let go, let go, let go, like that. And like the voice in your head, because what's the point of it? What's the point of it? And that's what's going on. And so you there's all these different barriers you're continually trying to break through. So
what about for do you find there's a therapeutic value maybe for stretching out your back and
I think for sure. Just to let the traction, the between your joints, you let that just sort of hang without the forces going up, the load bearing happening, like normally happens. So your spine, your shoulders separate, things like that. So, but the grip strength is something that I'm really working on, so I can get more pull-ups. So I want to get 50 pull-ups before I'm 51. So that's my goal. I'll put it out there to the world. So I'm working hard with Leo and Maddie on my grip strength and my pull-up form, all these little deficiencies that I've got in my pull-up, because I really yank at it hard and then I use momentum to kind of get my chin just to the bar. But if I kind of isolate and try and go slow, I've got these different weak points through my pull-up, and I'm just trying to work on them. And so the grip is different grips that we're trying to get stronger. Just working on them right now. Rings is the latest thing we're working on, doing some ring pull-ups and hanging off the rings as well. So it's good. How's that, man?
Yeah, good.
Fucking walk in the park, wasn't it?
Yep.
Anything else you want to add? What else do you want to say? A little plug for MMT. What would you say? What's it like coming into the joint? And
I absolutely love it. I don't think there's anywhere like it. Possibly in the world. I've tried heaps of therapists, probably about 10 or 20 in Melbourne even, and no one can really get that deep. Or the ones that can get that deep, they kind of go a bit deep, but they don't hold the strokes, right? So that's what I found. Even the guys that are strong enough.
Yeah.
They're not holding it. It's just
probably using oil and things like that too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I didn't use any oil when I'm trying to go in real deep. So you get that that traction, that what's it called? Grip, purchase is the word I was looking for. Get the purchase on these tendons, where the source of your pain is, where the stress is, where the scarring and things like that is. We're able to just to really pin it and hold it for an extended period of time for the body to start to change. Yep. So it sort of needs those extended periods of pins for certain things that are really jammed and stuck.
Whereas like sometimes it feels like you're moving, like you are moving, but it's like you've covered this amount of distance, and it's just, it feels like it's going on like forever, but it's like you feel like you're gonna hit the end of like the body or something, but it just keeps going somehow.
It's like a snail. Yeah, so you might be going, like it might take 15 minutes to go that far or something. Or you might just hold onto one spot, one little area, and change angles on it for 10-15 minutes. So it's one of those things you need to have in your armory as a deep tissue worker, is to have that strength to deliver what the person needs. Sometimes the assignment will come into your place and you'll need to be able to hold things for 15 minutes at 100%. And so you need to kind of have these guys that really will build up your own personal tank. So he's made me a better practitioner. So talking about, if you want to learn this kind of stuff, Aaron and myself, we've got an online course. We'll mentor you for 14 weeks. That mentorship is the best part of it. We've got 60 hours of online content that's yours forever if you purchase the course. But the mentorship, and then after that you'll be able to do in-person stuff with us as well, which is life-changing as well. So if you want to change people's lives, options out there for you guys. Just drop us a line and let's get it done.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Well done.
Thank you.
Hey.
Done.
Okay.